Welcome back. We're here with the players who finished their second to the last games of this tournament, Veselin Topalov and Anish Giri. And welcome. I guess we could certainly talk about the game. Can we put this up on the board, just on the screen rather, to make sure that we're all able to see this? The opening was, we thought, again, impression was that certainly you had a little bit of pressure out of the opening. Anish, it's standard, I guess, kind of Catalan thing where white's always just a little ahead.
Yeah, Veselin doesn't play this variation usually, so I was caught a bit by surprise, frankly, and it's anyway not a very dangerous line for them, but it's quite passive, so I thought maybe I'll try to pose some problems in a slow position, but I had a feeling that knight d5 was supposed to be good here and rook d8 not so precise, but it was just a feeling I had, and I couldn't understand why, because if you castle then he'd just go knight d5, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And then
b6.
B6. Yeah, and it looks. I think it's. I know this position.
This looks very good for black somehow.
Yeah, and I think someone told me that knight d5 is supposed to be the move order to get there.
Well, maybe.
But bishop e3. Yeah, bishop d2 is just too timid. Castle will be knight d5. So bishop e3. Fe was a bit too much, I guess.
We were looking at Fe. It seemed too much, but just because it keeps the knight out of d4 and.
Well, it is a common idea, but it's rarely good enough for an advantage. Okay. I think positions should still be equal, but this bishop d7 was. I was thinking about lines.
It's probably very good if you can place a knight on c5 or b6, or if my pawn is on a6. But the way it is now, if just
the bishop d7. If you go knight d5 long castle, this starts getting interesting. I was thinking even about things like this, which look very surprising. But maybe he doesn't have a move here, really.
Why? No?
I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what you do here.
Just rook b.
Knight b7 is there, no?
But even these rook endings are
this is pawn. This is lost. Rook d1 and lost. Yeah.
True, yeah.
But so this was interesting. But bishop d7 convinced me that I shouldn't take it. Yeah, and here rook b8 really provoked me. It was a decent move.
I was thinking about e5,
e5
and then you take. Yeah. So I think you should take and then play some f3 move or b3.
And what is also possible to go very passive, of course. Yeah, this type of stuff, and king f8, king e7. Yeah.
But then you push g4. This is
at some point, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
This was my plan also in the game, but after. If I castle, what is the? Now you go
then
bishop d7.
I jump. I thought I could jump now on d4 again, and then rook d1 e5. Well, but then b6, bishop b7. I thought it's simple. Or bishop a6 also.
Bishop a6 is really,
What does it do?
Well, we just thought
I'll just double on the d file.
No, but bishop b7 I like more.
Don't you have some pinned issues?
Don't think so. Well, yeah, but I thought it's
slightly better for white, but probably not a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't change much.
Yeah, not a big deal. Well, I think I really. It was probably too much what I was doing, and I realized it much too late.
You mean you sort of were trying to really?
No, what I was trying to do, it was.
Was that
I
too
got
ambitious?
this pawn at. F4 is not too ambitious. After e5, I can probably just castle.
Yeah, but then
just takes g6.
It's simply, even if I play bishop e6, I don't think you really wanted to play f5. So.
I wanted, but I was not sure. Yeah, bishop d7. Yeah.
I'm very solid somehow.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was. Let's say if everything works my way, there is a chance for me to get a very nice position. So I thought b6 was passive, but I thought b5 concerned me.
The point was that I just didn't want to give the c5 square. And anyway, you want to play sometimes, let's say, even if you start with the move knight e4, I was afraid that this could be a bit worse.
Yeah, well, b6, now rook c1 is very stupid, maybe.
But anyway, if you go king f2, then I have g6, I thought.
King f2 I don't like, maybe rook d1.
But what does it change?
I want to put it on d2, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
So,
Should be
but
seven,
again, I also have a move like G5 at some. Maybe not now, but no, maybe not.
Yeah,
now.
it was
But
a very strange position. The
yeah.
thing is, I cannot just do this because
Then I take and
Bishop
attack
A6 is
you-
annoying.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was very confused. I mean, I
I've
could
been
also
confuse the whole tournament.
I could start with rook of 1, preventing g6 forever.
But it looks slow. I thought because
Yeah, but maybe it was worth it because g6 was a very annoying thing. Bishop b7, let's say.
for, or even maybe. Yeah.
The problem is my knight. I
Now I'm
have a
threatening
harmonious.
B5. Now I'm threatening B5.
Yeah, I have a harmonious
sometimes.
position, but somehow I'm not able to get this knight out of d4. You know.
And knight on d4 is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, suppose we would trade a pair, you know, and I'll go e3. Well, for example, here there was an idea to go knight cd5.
But I can go knight E4. No.
Knight e4 is very annoying, yeah, because let's say in a dream world,
H5, by the way. And you're just in trouble.
yeah, h5 is good. Yeah, but I mean, in a dream world, if I get e4 and double on the c5, but yeah. Yeah, it was. It was
just
very
difficult.
difficult for me to find a way. I mean, I had a feeling that I should have something, but
yeah.
the problem is that
Instead
if I
of
go,
H5,
if I go g5, knight,
yeah, I'm placing
H5?
my
yeah, and then there is this knight f4 all the time, and there is also all kinds of forks coming in.
Knight H3 also attacks the pawn.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Actually, knight h3 is not a threat. For example, if I do this, knight h3 is not probably not a threat because of h4.
Okay, but then probably I could just start like.
But you have some pawn move with the pawn like g6.
B5, also B5, and now you sometimes, and then it
Yeah.
can be also at the moment I take.
Yeah,
on
maybe
G5,
I
then
want
would
rook
have-
d2 knight e4. Maybe I
Yeah,
want.
it is possible.
But I was thinking something like g6 concerned me, and then if I do f6 now, he picks up the pawn. Yeah, I must say I didn't really understand the position. I spent a lot of time here because at
But
first
then
I was.
probably I should play G5 right away. No.
You could, yeah, you
Yeah.
could. Which was actually I realized later it was strong. But
It
the funny thing
that
was,
was my original idea. But I
the
thought,
funny
okay,
thing was,
let's
I
wait.
was thinking it doesn't work, you know, because of knight cd5, which is very spectacular. Let's say,
Why shouldn't I? If I take with the rook,
yeah, if you this was also possible, but then your d4 knight is trapped,
is it
very close to be trapped. At least. Yeah, but the funny thing is that let's say in this kind of variation, it could be winning by miracle, you know. If I get a tempo, you go rook b8, I go rook h6, I just double on the h file, and I make.
No, but I have rook b8 and rook d6 check. No.
No, rook b8, I have rook h6.
Rook h6.
Rook c5 is very strong,
Of course.
and it's very sad. Because suppose, I was thinking, suppose I'd go b4, he can go b5, yeah, very
No,
cooperative.
but before,
Maybe now this works perfectly, because the knight is really trapped,
but
and
like this. Yeah.
and this thing is working very well.
Still, it has to be checked, of course.
But I think it
I
works.
believe you.
But
Okay.
let's say this is a dream thing. So I was thinking about something like this. I could sack some exchange, but it was
Right.
not inspiring. Here I actually have an idea of going knight d5, rook d5, rook f6, I think. But he just goes rook b d7, stopping that.
No, but it can be easily even worse.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it just is worse. And yeah, I was surprised to realize that
Not
I'm
so-
worse here.
Yeah, because you also have a problem with the king.
Yeah, I'll go some move like a4, maybe preventing for now.
b5.
But even
Rook
I
d6
can,
is there as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Rook d6
but
is
even
unpleasant,
I
very
can
poor
also push e4. So at the
E4,
moment
yeah.
you take, then my king advances to e4, for example. Yeah? Like many.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's,
clumsy here with my pieces.
No reason to find a place for the king.
Yeah, and then I realized only here that I'm not doing very well, and that was much too late, and I panicked with this move rook
No, but
h1.
it's
I should
okay
go
what
some
you
move.
do. No, but here
This
it
should be okay.
still okay. Yeah. I thought.
I actually wasn't. I didn't see how exactly I'm equalizing here. That was the thing.
No,
The
but
pawn on
okay.
G5 is-
Knight G4. I thought you just go Knight G4 and attacking the.
Yeah, but then I was not sure where my king goes
Rook
after
f7 check.
rook f8 check. Let's say.
Rook-
The
Okay,
fate
okay.
you go to E1.
Yeah, that was a bit sad.
No, the rooks are.
No, it should be still.
No, it is. I mean, better than that's what I'm saying. It's better than the game.
Because
but, no, hang on. Yeah, well, it's probably equal, but yeah, maybe this was to be played.
I
But
thought King G7 anyway.
rook
and
g1
then
is awful, no? Like, don't you have some? Aren't you better here? Like rook f7,
I
king
thought
e1, yeah.
it's, probably I could
G5?
go G5, but the point was Like this G5,
Yeah.
maybe.
I didn't like it anymore.
Well, okay, I think it should be still around.
Yeah, my trap was that if you go, let's say
Because-
B5, I'll go at G5, you'll take, I'll take, you go B4, and I'll take, King F7, and I have Rook G1.
Yeah, and
I have
it
rook
still goes on because I push my pawn to C2.
Yeah, I thought about it, but
because
probably
it's fine for blacks, for white.
yeah, 94 check game. Yeah, I was also wondering about it, but okay, that's a bit too far for me to calculate. King E1. Yeah, but basically here, yeah, 96 is a mistake because now I'm equalizing. I think now I'm equalizing.
I don't think it was much anyway. So
Yeah, but
maybe
okay.
psychological advantage.
So I have a couple questions. I mean, obviously this is a tournament. You just leave, you go home, you just say didn't exist, or how do you forget this, or you just?
No, I was just thinking. Anyway, in less than 20 days, like around in 20 days, I have a new tournament in Stavanger.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking that my new goal should be to end up the year above 2,700. But no, okay, it's definitely things are not going well. But
Can you pinpoint what the problem is? I mean, is it clear to you?
A bit of everything. At some point, it just. I realize now the way others are concentrating on this tournament and preparing. I think they really take it much more seriously than I do.
Mm-hmm.
And on the free days, you could see them in the gym and everything. They're like opening preparation. Everything is much better. So of course, my biggest problem was completely. Lack of concentration and many blunders. So.
Two things. I'm sorry, but just to quickly follow up. Take it more seriously than you. I mean, this is the candidates. It's the opportunity to play for the World Championship. How can you not sort of take it the most seriously that it can?
Well, so far, actually, I've been saying that for the whole year. That actually I'm not working much, but since my results were fine, nobody really believed me, and I hope now that people will really understand that it was true. So I mean, I think that the amount of work of, for example, young players like Anish is. I think they probably work as 3 times as I do. So
do you change your approach? I mean, do you go back to working harder? Or?
I don't think I'll do it because it simply makes. I don't have a problem to accept that my time is probably gone, because I was recalling times when I was beating Karpov, you know, and okay, as you look at. Generally, he's much bigger than I am as a player in the history.
Yeah,
but then at some point he couldn't almost make a draw. Like in maybe 8 games, he made 1 draw. Okay, combined of blindfold, rapid, any kind of chess. And now I realize maybe it is happening to me. And I also remember Lubo in Monaco, the way he was losing games. So no, I don't have a problem to accept that. It's not going to be better, but for some reason I didn't think it was going to be so quick. So
we're not talking retirement here, is exactly.
No, because anyway, for this year I've already accepted many invitations. But what I mean is to fight for the world title. Somehow I don't see any realistic possibility. I mean, the last 3 times I played the candidates, I was not even close. So it's. So I mean, it doesn't make sense to have to be realistic.
And Anish, obviously you have a record you probably didn't want, but okay.
Yeah, well, at least I'll go down in history, I think.
Well, I mean that's certain. I mean, maybe you become one of the quiz questions in the future, but
many years to come.
Maybe many years to come. What do you take from this?
I'm only afraid that. I'm hoping, of course, nobody will repeat this record, but I'm afraid if I'll qualify next time again, I might be the one repeating it. that would be hilarious. But okay, now to be serious, today, of course, the game went. It's not what I was hoping for. I could still have tried, considering Veselin is thinking about retirement. I mean, no doubt he'll be back, but today he was, of course, down, and it's clear. It's a pity I didn't make the game more exciting, more complicated. I should have probably done something else in the opening and as early as move 3 maybe. But you never know what. I had some interesting ideas against his usual repertoire, so that was the issue. But other games have been better than that, and there were a few moments when I really was.
Well,
I made
missed
clear to
some
myself that I'm going to either win or die at the board. But then I would just get a winning position, and I was really ready to take big risks at some point, and there were a few games that I.
Well, you missed by a small amount. I mean, it's.
I was. And these games went very well when I thought that I should win. Just that somehow I didn't manage to convert a few winning positions, which can happen, but not as many times as it happened here. So that's of course a pity.
Maybe it's just a bad coincidence. Somebody wanted me to ask you if you had. Forgive me, but if you were going to adopt a rap name, what would your rap name be?
Yeah, I heard the joke.
Okay.
I think it's the best one. There are a few jokes. I must say I'm giving people a nice subject. I have no problems with jokes, but some can really do better. I mean, this is a good one. But for example, Nigel coming up with all kinds of nonsense. I mean, it's not even funny, yeah?
Yeah.
So people, please, the subject is fine. Do it, but make it funny.
Okay, I think it's fair. Thank you very much. Let's take another break and we'll come right back.